Hey, hi, hi friends. How are you? And I'm fine, and I hope you will also be fine. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you about what is software testing, and what are its types of software testing, and what are the attributes of software testing. So, first of all, I'll tell you in the software in companies, you have two different types of teams. That is, one is development team, and another one is the testing team. So development team is used for developing the software, and the testing team is used for testing that software. So you can ask a question, why the same developer who is developing the software, why can't he test that one? Why a testing team is required? So if I am developing it, I'll be making that software, and I'll know what are the inputs and outputs, what are the in and outs of that, and I'll be only concentrating on the positive section, that is the happy path. I'll not be going and testing like if such and such things happen, negative things are happening, negative testing are happening, what will happen to the software? Like that, I'll not be testing. So we have a different teams. So like we have the development team and also the software testing team. So what is meant by a software testing in the sense we are finding out defects in the software which the developer has developed it. So we assume that there will be some amount of bugs which are found in that particular software that needs to be rectified before giving to the client to have a 99% error-free software. So that is our goal, and for that we are using the software testing. So uh, while doing software testing, we will have a bug. Once we have a bug, we have a bug life cycle for performing that one. For that, I have placed another separate video, and you can go and watch on that. Now we will check on what are the attributes of software testing. So the software testing is a mandatory one, and what are the things that software testing should cover for a perfect software to move out to the client. So first what we need to do is the software should be reliable. So how many members of the clients and customers are going on hitting that particular software also, the software should not break, and it should not break on pages, and it should go well. So for that what we need to do is we need to have the reliable software, and the software should be portable. Next one is the portable in the sense it should be going hands on with each and every environment, whether it may be whether it may be a tough environment. So the software should be portable. That is, it should be able to carried out to any location or place, and it should be having a lesser amount of memory space like that. So it should not have some huge amount of memory, so that it will be very difficult for us to install as an exe file or something like that. So and the scalability in the sense, if 5 lakh members are hitting for 1 hour of time, uh, that particular software should not break or go down. It should be stable. For that we need scalability and reusability in the sense the software should be reusable. So if you want to have it for some other purpose, e-commerce site, we want to have it for some other departmental store or something like that, such similar type of domains, it should be adaptable, and it should be reusable for that. And also if you want to change some functionalities, and if you want to reuse it, it should be usable. It's not something like if I want to change a drop down into an list box, I cannot go for an other software from first. Do you understand? So for that we need the reusability, and usability in the sense it should be user friendly. So each and everything whatever we want, from the login page to the end of the logout page, it should be easy for the customer and the client to use it. For that we need the usability. So these five attributes: reliability, portability, scalability, reusability, usability, all these things joined together, they form the attributes of the software testing. So these five things a good software should adhere, they mean to say. So we will go for the types of software testing as the next topic. So, while going for types of software testing in modern days, now we have two types of things. As a major one, it has been classified. That is, one is manual testing and the other one is an automation testing. So, automation testing, as the name suggests, it is done by using an automation tool. But in manual testing, we have only the test data created by the testers, and they used to perform it by going on operating it. So this is the manual difference between manual and automation testing. So in manual testing, we have three things, that is white box testing, black box testing, and the gray box testing. So what is meant by a white box testing? As the name suggests, we will understand that we have to concentrate on testing on both the code functionality and also the um, functionality of the software. Code and functionality of the software we need to concentrate. So as it mentions that it is a code related one, it is performed by only the developers. So black box testing, you have functional testing and non-functional testing, both the things are classified into it. And this is performed by a tester. So only the input what we are giving and the output what we are giving, we are getting, we knows in between what happens, that we are not aware of that. So that is type of testing is known as black box testing. And what is gray box testing? Gray box testing is one in which we'll be knowing the practical knowledge or the internal structure of that particular software. So if you want to know that one, then we need to go for gray box testing. So only in gray box testing we will be able to know the internal structure of that particular software. White box testing and black box testing, we will not know about the internal structure of that. So in functional testing, we have the smoke testing, sanity testing, regression testing. So smoke testing is one which is used to perform whether the software is suitable for testing or not, whether the login page we are able to log in and view all the modules or not. For that we need the smoke testing. And the sanity testing is one which is having some amount of uh, overview testing of all the modules. So we need to go some more depth than smoke testing to perform a sanity testing to check all the modules are suitable for testing or not. So in that way sanity testing is used. And next we have regression testing. So in the regression testing what we do is, so whenever developer develops a software and gives it to a tester, what will happen is while testing the software, the tester may find that this is not apt for the functionality or there is a mismatch in the functionality. So what he needs to do is he needs to raise a bug. So if he places a bug in one particular module and the bug lifecycle will be following after fixing that one, he will return back to he will return back to retest. So at that part of time, what will happen is uh, we will close that one if it is working fine. So after closing that one, we need to check whether none of the other software parts are broken by fixing that defect by the developer. So for that we need the regression testing. So unit testing, as we already know, it is performed by the developers only. It is testing the unit testing in the sense it will be testing the code and also the functionality. So next we can tell about the integration testing. Integration testing is one, as I have already told you, the software is divided into different modules and given for testing. So each and every module, after being tested individually, what we need to do is we need to integrate all the softwares or in stream and outstream, everything joined together, and we need to have a whole set of testing, that is known as the integration testing. We also have database testing. In functional testing, database testing is one, whatever we type in the UI, it should get reflected in the database stored in one particular location, that is known as the database testing. So in we also have monkey testing. The monkey testing is one which is used for we'll be giving random inputs, and we'll be checking the functionality to crash the system. So if the system is accepting all these random inputs or not, so such type of testing is known as monkey testing. In ad hoc testing also, we used to give the random values, random inputs, and we used to check different modules. That is, I will not be going and check following the in stream, upstream, downstream, like that. So from first I'll be going to the last page, I'll be giving logout, like that I'll be performing that testing, the random inputs. And end-to-end testing we have. The end-to-end testing is one which is starting from the first module to the end of the module. So that follows an upstream, downstream, so the values are passed or not, like that we'll be checking in the end-to-end type of testing. And also we have acceptance testing. So in acceptance testing we have the alpha and beta testing, that is user acceptance testing we'll have. So this alpha testing is one which is performed in our own environment, the developer side, simulating the client's environment. So in beta testing we'll be performing the testing in the end user environment. So we'll be going to the client environment and we'll be working on that. So that type of testing is known as the beta testing. So first we will perform the alpha testing and give it to the customers, and that they'll be performing the beta testing. And we also have happy path testing. So in happy path testing what will happen is, um, the only the positive things, positive test cases will start executing on that, and we'll be checking the outputs by giving the proper valid inputs. So in negative testing it's a upside down of that. So what we'll be doing is we'll be going and checking whether the inputs and outputs what we are giving is out of boundary. If text box is there and if it accepts an age limit of only 18 to 60, then we need to give an age limit of below 18 and also above 60, so that it will give some error prone, or whatever may be the error message it is we are getting, like that we need to go and check on that negative scenarios. So like that we have the system testing also. System testing, as I have told you, performed on an completely integrated system to find the compatibility of the system. For that we need the system testing. And in integration testing also we have this incremental testing and also the non-incremental testing. In incremental testing we have this top-down approach and bottom-up approach. If you are performing integration testing, then these things will come need to be known. And once we come into the non-functionality testing, two major types of testings are there. That is nothing but the performance and security testing. So those two things contribute the non-functional testing. So in non-functional testing, we have this load testing, stress testing, scalability, and stability. And we also have volume testing in performance testing. So load testing is one, we give more amount of users to work on that particular software uh, to check whether the system crashes or not. So that type of testing is known as load testing. Stress testing is similar to that of the load testing, but we'll in that case we'll be indirectly adding the load along with some stressful actions. That is, if the report can contain only 500 values, so we need to try to generate the system values to 1000 or 1500, double the amount of values we need to get on that. So such type of testings we are known as the stress testing. And the scalability testing we have. The scalability testing, as I have already told you, we can take it as an example of the examination site. So 5 lakh members hitting that particular software within some 5 hours or 6 hours. Later than that website nobody is going to remember, like that. So the stability testing also relates to that type of testing only. So we try to crash that particular system by increasing the load, like that. So this type of performance testing you call it as the non-functional testing. Under non-functional testing all these things come. So in security testing, we have this SQL injection, penetration of the values, vulnerable activity, and also the firewall. Like that, we have different type of security and performance testing. And this performance and testing and this security type of testing, we will not be performing any action on the functionality of the software. It will be a non-functional one, so it will not touch about the functionality of those softwares. So that is the major difference between the functional testing and non-functional testing. So if an interviewer asks you in the interview, kindly tell them that this is the uh, type of testing, and I have performed some of them in these type of testing, and you can clearly explain to them as I have already explained to you in this video. And one last request, friends, if you like this video, kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel, uh, Dhanasekaran 18 Jan videos. Thank you.